I always wondered what it
Mhm.
was like to get high, you know, see what the
Mhm.
marijuana was all about.
Mhm.
So I indulged because no one has ever been able to properly explain to me what the feeling is like, what like no one's ever been able to like depict it to me. So I did some research in the name of
Mhm.
science and
Yes, yes.
smoked a little.
Oh,
Saw
Patrick.
saw what the high feeling was like. Wrote down some notes and I was like, huh. So that's what the rave is all about.
Mm.
It's very interesting, I must say. It's like one example, it's like drunk without the effects of being drunk.
Mm.
Is how it felt. And then it was like a calm, numbing, not even numbing, just a calmness over your body. It's like a little tingle. It's just like very mellow. It's just like this is this is interesting. This is
Mhm.
like wow, okay, this is what all the rave is about. And then, as per usual, you'd eat a lot, sleep. It's
Yeah.
just like, huh, okay.
Was it
Guess
some good sleep? Like really good sleep?
I don't know because I've always had trouble sleeping. At least for the
Mm.
last freaking 10 to 15 years, I've had trouble sleeping. So
Mhm.
I don't know, debatable. But it was just very interesting, and I was just like, whoa,
Mm.
this is what all the rave is about. It was very surprising. So
Did it match the hype that you hear about? Was it like did it match your expectations?
see, that's the thing. I don't.
Mm.
That I feel like the hype was a lot, so I didn't really have expectations towards it. It was more so
Mm.
just like, okay, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Like it was more like that.
Mm.
It was more okay. Let's see what's really happening. So it was just
Did
like,
you feel like out of control?
oh no, that's the thing. I'm a very controlled person, so I'm always in control of
Mhm.
myself. So I don't control others. I just control me because it's all I got power over. So I
Oh,
control.
you see what you just did? That you see what you just did?
What did I do?
Yo, that that was like that was one of those like that was one of those subliminals.
Mm,
That was a subliminal. I caught that though. Like I caught everybody that's listening. You caught that. You know you caught that. You saw what Patrick did there.
I suppose. Um, I can't um, confirm or deny that those allegations are correct. So we'll just move right along. It was very interesting to experience that. Would I do it again? I don't know. It depends on the
Mm,
setting. Depends on who I'm around, all that type of
mm,
stuff. Because I don't. To me, it's like drinking. I don't drink around any and anybody. So if I
true,
did
true,
that, I wouldn't be doing it around any and anybody. Is like you got to have a level of trust, a level
true.
of security, comfort, before indulging in that.
Hmm.
So it was interesting. Have you ever partaked in the marijuana?
Yes, I have
Okay,
on
because
a
if
few
you had
occasions.
lied, I would have called you out because I was
Yeah,
ready.
I'm not
I was,
gonna
I was,
lie.
I
Oh,
was ready for the nigga. You
I
cap.
know you were good. I know you were gonna do that. I know
I
you were
was
gonna do that.
waiting. I was
I
waiting.
just felt sniper. I just felt the sniper rifle just ready, like I'll just let this dude just say something that's not true. I dare you. I knew you were gonna do that,
I was ready
but
to
no.
cap it. We caught you in Jamaica with the spliff in your mouth.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just on very few occasions. On very few, because I like to be in control of myself. I don't like to. But yeah, every once in a while, it's good to just unwind. And the good thing about it is, I feel like certain stuff, like if you have like the gummies and the brownies and stuff, for some reason, whenever I have those, like I go to sleep and I like literally sleep. Like I
You get
sleep. I
good sleep.
remember good. Like honestly, I literally it'll feel like somebody pressed like the refresh button in your mind, and you wake up just like I'm like. You ever had that feeling where you just feel like you slept and you don't need to sleep anymore, and you're up, you're good, like you don't wake up and you're like, oh, I'm kind of groggy. No, 100% good. I was like, whoa, yeah, man, yeah. I think I told you about the first time I ever got high and the first time I ever like smoked weed. I think I told you that story, right?
Well, the listeners haven't heard it, so let's have it out real quick, and then we could wrap up.
I'll just real fast, and then I got to talk about how no, well, we got to go to Peru and we got to partake in
Nope,
psychedelics.
you could do that.
That's
You could do
that's
that by
next for me.
yourself and come back and tell us how it is. You see how I
That would be great.
needed to find out how weed was? I didn't say, "Hey Dan, hey James, hey Bob, like hey come do it with me." Like no, I went on myself, on my own,
Mhm.
did what I needed to do, and kept it moving. So you could do the same.
I am kind of nervous of doing that though, to be honest. Like that's like
See,
a deep
so
dark
now you're
secret.
saying that you're scared to do it, so you want company.
Not scared. I don't, okay, no, I don't like that word. No, not scared. I'm just
You're
apprehensive.
you're scared to do it.
All right, fine, all right. Yeah. All right, yes. On the podcast, we just yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think I want I kind of want to, but I kind of like I kind of want to, but then it's like, you just hear all these stories, and I'm like, I don't
Apprehensive.
know.
Synonym.
Yeah,
First one,
yeah.
afraid.
It
Third
just sounds
one, doubt.
afraid.
Fourth one,
Yeah,
jumpy, suspicious, uncertain,
yeah.
uneasy, uptight. Now, when you come with these foolish words that you want to use because it sounds better, we're gonna find out exactly what you're saying because you keep trying to wordsmith and go around. No, we're done with that. We calling you out. So you could keep using your little word that sounds better, but the synonym is gonna tell you you scared. First thing it says is
No.
afraid. You afraid. It's fine.
All right. What would sound better? Like, hi, I'm afraid, or I'm a bit uncertain. Like, but yeah, nah, to be completely 100% honest, yeah, like I
What does it mean to feel apprehensive? Afraid that something bad or unpleasant is going to happen.
yeah, yeah.
Feeling or showing fear.
Well,
We
yeah.
can go
Well,
on and on if you
yeah.
want. It's up to you.
Nah, well, yeah. It is true. I'm a bit
Anxious
I'm a
or
bit
fearful that something bad or unpleasant is going to happen. He felt apprehensive about going home.
wait, why is he apprehensive about going home?
Maybe because he gonna get beat. Like.
Yeah. Yeah. Where his wife is gonna beat him. That's another thing. But real fast. I know we only have a few minutes. Gotta wrap it up. Should I tell my story or no?
Good.
You don't want to hear. Oh, first time. First time I ever get high. Toronto, right? Out of all the
Hey,
places, like
Drake.
shout out to Canada, right?
Six.
Yeah. Toronto,
Did you get
right?
high with Drake?
No.
Or was this
Um,
before he became Drake and when he was just known as Aubrey Graham?
he was still Drake, but he wasn't like Trizzy Drake, like
Mm.
Six God, all of that stuff. He was just like, oh, this is Drake. Like he wasn't like Drake, like Drizzy. He wasn't that yet. But he was just Drake. But I was in Toronto. I was with a family member and a friend of the family and another friend of the family. And like this is just like a big rotation. Like we're in the car. We're supposed to go to this party, meet up with some people, and then like these dudes, they're just like, then this is the first time, and I'm just just pass it around. And then like it gets to a point where I'm just like, whoa, like this is my first time smoking everything, right?
Mm.
And I'm just like, it's just coming around so fast that I'm just like, I just get it and just pass it, right?
So you wasn't even smoking no more. You just collecting it
Like,
back.
yeah, it got to a point. Like, I'm like coughing, like, cause that's when they knew this was like the first time like I ever smoked. Cause I'm just like coughing up a storm. Cause it's like they had like the real, like serious stuff. So I'm just like,
Just dying
and
in
they're just
there.
like, "You're good," and I'm like, and they're like, "What?" Like, anyway, right? So I'm like high out of my mind, right? So then we get back, and I was visiting a family member, right? So this is like a whole bunch of family staying, like visiting a family member, right? So this is Toronto. It's a big apartment building. They drop me off. They say, "Yo, you're good." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I'm good, I'm good." Yo, so there's like the buttons to press. Could I remember what floor, whatever they're on? So I'm just like pressing every single button on the thing. So that like I'm waking everyone up. So apparently, like when you press the number, how their thing worked, it just everything like pops up on the screen. And finally, I got to them, and they're like, "Yeah, come up to 11th floor." Blah 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 blah. Get up to the 11th floor. I think they gave me the number. I get up to the 11th floor. Could I remember the number that they told me? I couldn't. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, what should I do? Like, what should I do? Oh my goodness. Like what should I do? So I'm like, bright idea. Knock on all the doors and then like you'll find out. So I start knocking on every single you're laughing.
You
It
have
was very bad. It was
nothing.
awful, man.
Name
I'm knocking on
sense.
every door. And I'm just like, yo, people are opening the door, like, hey, what the fuck? You know, trying to do the Toronto accent. Hey, man, like,
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll get canceled. You're
yeah,
gonna be on
yeah.
video next week. They will
Oh,
see you
oh,
and they will come
oh
for
man,
you.
oh man. All right, all right. Now I love Toronto. Right, it's a great place. So there, I'm knocking on the door. Finally, like my family members open the door, and apparently, like I'm like you can't smell it. So I'm thinking I'm all right, right? And like these guys, I mean, you're in a car, you're in a where they just been smoking for like an hour, and I get out and I'm just like, just stink of weed, right?
Mm.
So like my aunts and like everybody's there, and like I was so tired. I like took off my clothes, just went to bed, and like
So you went
the
to bed
next morning,
naked?
no. I mean, I put on some clothes, but like I went to bed, right? My cousin, right? My cousin told me, she was like, James, listen, like we had to put your clothes in a bag because your whole clothes were like, because it was an apartment, your clothes were smelling up their entire apartment, and they're like kind of mad because this was like some family that like, you know, some family like they're family, but you don't really like, you're not that close to them, but you like know them, you know. It was like that, and I'm over their house for the first time. It was not a good impression, right? So then I have another cousin, like she's like really into the church and everything like that, very Christian woman. She's like, Danielle, James, blah 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 blah, you know that you're not supposed to be doing those things, and you just, you're not supposed to be smoking ganja and all of that stuff, right? So she just going in, and I'm like, let's call her Mary, and I'm like, listen, Mary, like, that, like,
So 18 set.
yeah, no, I didn't know. I didn't say that to her. I just said it wasn't me. It was the people around me that were smoking, She said, "Oh, so you weren't smoking?" I was like, "No, no, no, no." She said, "Oh, okay, that's good. That's good." And then my aunt came and she was talking to me. She was like, you're not supposed to be doing that. Like, it was just crazy. It was really, really crazy. But I smelled my clothes when I woke up because I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
Nice.
I like
Nice.
slept for like almost 9, 10 hours. I was out. It was crazy. Yeah, it was insane. It really was. Like good times, good times, good times.
I see. You just out here living
Crazy.
life.
But I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that like I was just like totally just like not myself. Like, but good times.